We know as Eagles fans that Carson Wentz wants out and will more than likely be on the move. If I told you to name the top 5 quarterbacks in the league last season, Carson Wentz possibly was on there. But even if he wasn't, Deshaun Watson definitely was on there. He also wants out. What about Russell Wilson? There were rumors a few years ago that he was interested in going to New York. They were shut down when he signed a record-breaking, at the time, extension. But now, he wants out. Or does he? It is unclear at the moment whether or not Russell Wilson has intentions of leaving Seattle. But if he does, I don't blame him. Because why would you want to be on a team who refuses to give you an O-line, who refuses to continue to build their defense? I'm not going to say the weapons aren't there. They have some pretty good running backs, and they have pretty dang good wide receivers. But he exhausted himself early in the season. His defense let him down early. Jamal Adams getting healthy helped out. Carlos Dunlap. But more importantly, the O-line continues to be atrocious. He continues to play well, but it catches up at the end of the day, and now they have lost to the Los Angeles Rams in the playoffs. Does Russell Wilson necessarily want out? I wouldn't say so, but he's trying to send a message to his front office saying, hey, I'm not just a quarterback. I'm one of the best, if not the best in the game, coming off of just winning the Walter Payton Man of the Year, so he's great off the field as well. Congratulations, Russell, for that. And on top of all of that, early in the year, he played at an MVP level until he got burned out. And it's going to happen to good quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes it happened to. Carson Wentz looked incredibly burnt out this year. Russell Wilson runs for his life. The way Mahomes was the other day, Russell Wilson does that almost every other week when he plays the Rams. If I'm Wilson, I do want out. And if I don't get out, this front office better talk to me. They better consult with me when they make their draft picks. This franchise cannot fail this quarterback. I'm tired of seeing it. Teams don't invest properly in their quarterbacks. They throw a lot of money at them, and they use that as an excuse. I'm tired of it. Honestly, it's sickening. Russell Wilson, a great man on and off the field. Get him some more help. You gave him DK Metcalf, which is great. You gave him some good running backs, which is great. You gave them some good more defensive players, which is also good. You're going to get him a new offensive coordinator, but you got to get him an O-line. It's horrible. It's sad to see. He scrambles for his life a lot. We're not bringing Gavin Toney on here right now. Between Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, Carson Wentz, all these other guys, Jared Goff, who was already on the move, it's another franchise quarterback with a big contract that might want out. These are rumors. They are early speculation. But, Gavin, what are some of your early thoughts on this?
Well, first of all, Zach, how you doing today? And my first thought is this. I was reading over it. And his report, Zach, what he said, he has every right to feel how he feels. Zach, he said he's been hit 394 times over the past 9 seasons. If I may add, that he never missed a game. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody. But I don't think he missed any game. Didn't sell any game, no injuries, no none of that. Zach, I wish I had his body frame or anything or his help, because if you get hit 394 times, that's almost 400. If you're not consulting with a quarterback that, Zach, you are right, arguably is number one, maybe even number 2, but he's top 5 for sure. Zach, what separates this Russell Wilson from the other guys that you named? He's a Super Bowl champion, right? Carson Wentz is one. We get it. But, Zach, he wasn't there, sadly. That's something that Eagles fans fail to realize, that he was a big part of that. But he's a Super Bowl champion, all right? This man is a fantastic role model off the field. You can't argue with that. Walter Payton Man of the Year, congratulations. All right, he's never caused a problem at all with your organization. Never complained, never caused a problem off the field, never, as we know of, Zach, this is all speculations. But I will say this. In Patrick Mahomes' 3rd year, in this recent draft, Andy Reid and the general manager, they called Patrick Mahomes and they said, Pat, what do you want with this 32nd pick? I want Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Pat Mahomes said. And what did they do? They got him Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I'll take it one step deeper. Andrew Luck never had an offensive line. Andrew Luck goes down for a little while, a lacerated lung and some other things. When you finally got him an offensive line, Quentin Nelson, and everybody got better around him, it was too late. Why I say it was too late? He retired the year you got Quentin Nelson. He played 1 year with him and he retired. Zach, what makes Andrew Luck and Russell Wilson different? One's more mobile. Andrew Luck has the wheels, but it's not what Russell Wilson has. We just saw it on Sunday what running for your life looks like. Zach, we saw all year long with Carson Wentz. Except the one thing Carson Wentz didn't really run, he just stood there. Running for your life is a real thing. Zach Russell, I don't know if he gets runs or gets caught or whatever, but he's in a division with Aaron Donald that I'm pretty sure Aaron Donald has 20 or a large majority of those sacks. Aaron Donald's been around the league for a long time. Robert Quinn had probably a couple, and then you got to get the outsiders. But for them to not get this man O-line, and it takes them now after 9 years of asking and getting upset, and finally got upset. If Russell Wilson wants out, you better get on your knees and cater and pray and beg and ask what is wrong. That's my thought.
I don't get why it's so hard for owners. I don't know why they're so reluctant to allow their quarterbacks to have a say. In Philadelphia, it's the same thing. I find it hard to believe Carson Wentz wanted Jalen Reagor or Jalen Hurts. Unfortunately, owners have a division between them and the players where they view the players solely as a product, a property of theirs. And this goes across the entire league. You don't see this in any other league. It's only the NFL. In the MLB, Bryce Harper wanted JT to come back. They ended up bringing JT back. LeBron James wants Anthony Davis to get Anthony Davis. He trades Brandon Ingram, Alonzo Ball away. The Buss family catered to him. Take away the Sixers. Joel Embiid was not too fond of having Ben Simmons go away from him, despite the rumors that come out that they don't like each other, and he doesn't get traded for Harden. Harden wants to go to the Nets. The Nets want Harden. Kyrie and KD want to play together. They both take cheaper contracts to bring in KD's buddy, DeAndre Jordan. When players want something in these leagues, these owners cater to them. In the NFL, there's a huge divide between the ownership group and the general managers of these teams. And it goes across all different types of players at all different positions, all different backgrounds. But specifically, we see it with a lot of these guys like Deshaun Watson. And now apparently Russell Wilson information. Patrick Mahomes, on the other hand, Chiefs handled their business pretty well. They've been in 2 straight Super Bowls and 3 straight AFC championship games. They must be doing something right. Despite what happened on Sunday, that's still a pretty good step in the right direction. Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman have continued to be reluctant to their players and continue to not cater to their players. I don't know what's up with Pete Carroll, but that front office is not doing their job to help Russell Wilson out. The Green Bay Packers, even with Aaron Rodgers, they drafted Jordan Love in the first round last year and then a running back in the second round. There's a huge divide between front offices and players, and when you treat them the way that they are, they're going to force their way out. You need to give these guys the respect they deserve. I understand you're giving them a lot of money, but then again, they do hold an abundance of leverage if you care about winning. And that's where I stand on this position. It's sad because in the NBA, the players may have a little too much power, but sometimes power is a good thing. You see with the complaining on the court, Gavin points it out a lot, getting their ways, talking with the refs, lobbying their way. But at the same time, the players are also happier, I'd say, in the NBA. They go out and they get their friends to play with, and it's a great thing to watch. The 2003 draft class reunited with the exception of Carmelo Anthony in Miami. They were first going to go to Chicago. They were not being treated well there. They went to Miami instead and stayed with D. Wade's team. But Gavin, yes, you had something else you wanted to say on that.
Well, Zach, when you talk about the NBA and the withdrawals from the owner in the NBA and the NFL, Zach, let's talk about the commissioner. The NBA commissioner listens to his players. When the Ronald Sterling tape came out and what he said, everybody in the NBA wanted Donald Sterling out. Even me, I wanted him out. Zach, if that was anybody else, I'm not saying Roger Goodell is a horrible person or a bad guy. It's like I never met the guy, but from what we've seen, he hasn't been the best of the best. But when that went down, Commissioner Adam Silver said, you got to go. You got to go. Now, I wish he did that with James Dolan because he doesn't care about basketball, but Zach, that's on basketball. All right, I can't really worry about anybody else. But it starts from the head boss. It starts from the commissioner, and it works its way down. When you have a commissioner that got suspended, or I won't even take it there, that gets booed every time he makes a draft pick. Nobody likes Roger Goodell. it's like this ownership group around Roger Goodell. It kind of feeds off his energy. I'm not saying it's all Roger Goodell's fault with how the owners treat their players, because that's not what I'm trying to say. But take a look at Houston. Deshaun Watson has a problem with Kyle McNair because, one, he wasn't in the hiring process of the coach that he would like to play for. And the GM, I guess he wanted intel on the GM too, which he didn't didn't get a chance. And Kyle McNair's political beliefs also rubbed Deshaun Watson the wrong way. But Zach, but that has nothing to do with football. But the topic on hand was he wanted to give his insight. Zach, if you're paying over $100 million for a guy that takes your franchise, that is supposed to sell out seats, and you're not going to listen to what he has to say, I would win out too. Why do I even play here? Zach, it's like Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott can't get a deal done because once you get the deal done, Zach, your mouth does not matter, is what some teams are basically saying.
I don't disagree. I think that's how ownership groups view him. I'll wrap it up with this. It's not uncommon to see the owners of the Sixers, especially with the Mark Cuban and the Dallas Mavericks on the side, pretty close to his players, pretty interactive with them.
The other Clippers got too, yeah.
Nothing against Jeffrey Lurie, nothing against a lot of these owners, but it's uncommon to see, and they're out of touch. I want to say a lot of them are older, a lot of them are from a different generation where players shut up and played, and I hate saying that because we know the history behind it, but that essentially is what a lot of the messages are sent out. I'm displeased with it personally. Even from the business side, you got to keep your employees happy, and they're not doing that correctly. So with that being said, everybody, will Russell Wilson be traded? We don't know. This is going to be a situation that continues to grow. It's going to be interesting. If I was an owner, I'd treat my players with a lot more respect, especially when they're as good as these guys are. And yes, Dak Prescott, a unrestricted free agent, that will be interesting to watch. With that being said, everybody, for those watching this in the premiere tonight, we hope you enjoyed it, as well as our Golden State Warriors episode, where we're going to continue providing awesome content. And on Thursday, for those watching before Thursday, of course, the Portland Trail Blazers, Philadelphia 76ers, 10 o'clock in Portland. We'll be covering the pregame live. We hope you enjoy some more continued content and have a great, great day.
Have a good one, everybody.
If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. In addition, hit that bell icon and set it to all to get reminded of when we go live and when we post excerpts of our videos. Again, thanks for watching.